Hi, and welcome to AmalgamNation presents World of Lorecraft, Native Craft, Cenarius' Children lore. Cenarius' children are literally the offspring of the demigod Cenarius. Centaurs are his children, while Dryads are his daughters, and the Keepers of the Grove are his sons. They share this culture of the Night Elves, although most live apart from the Kaldorei as wardens of nature. Cenarius' children have upper bodies closer to a humanoid and lower bodies more like a horse, while Cenarius' favourite children are similar, except they have the upper torso of a night elf and the lower body more like a deer or a stag. In his daughters you have the Dryads, the Frost Nymphs, and Centaur females. On his son's side you have Keepers of the Grove and Centaurs. So I'm going to go into a bit more detail about the Dryads and the Frost Nymphs and save the Keeper of the Grove and the Centaur for two upcoming bonus World of Lorecraft vids. Kind of like what I did this week with the bonus Akir vids, where I did the Nerubians and the Karaji as separate vids to last week's Akir lore vid. So sorry for all this weird jumping around with it, but it's the only way I can get it done in a timescale that I want to get it done in. So thank you for bearing with me, and I'm going to thank you early for this, and thank you for listening. Frost Nymph lore. Frost Nymphs are a race apparently evolved from Dryads found in Northrend. Frost Nymphs are frosty counterpart to Dryads. They are very playful and frolic around the frozen woods of Northrend and have snowball fights. They also, like Dryads, care deeply about their forest homes and nature's splendours, and will viciously protect it from any harmful force that arrives into their territories. Frost Nymphs are also very friendly to those who help them and their lands, and will ask for help from the toughest of travellers. They also retain a strong relation with Night Elves, like their Dryad cousins, and have the same body shape of a woodland animal and Night Elven woman. Famous Frost Nymphs include Luriel, Maiden of Winter's Breath Lake, Serandriana, and Zaza. Dryad lore. Dryads are the daughters of the demigod Cenarius. They monitor the health of Kalimdor's forests, ever watchful against the depredations of evil magic. The creature has the head, arms, and torso of a beautiful night elf woman, but the lower body of a faun. A gentle calm is evident in her eyes, but she hefts a spear with practiced skill. It doesn't look like she wants to use the spear in her hand, but if she had to, she could. While Dryads are peaceful with all inhabitants of the forest, they can be fierce defenders against those who would do harm to nature. Dryads are peaceful, but they fight to protect nature and in defense of their night elf allies. They hurl their spears at close range. Most Dryads carry 5 or 6 spears, closing to melee when they run out of ammunition. In a serious engagement, 1 or 2 Dryads flee to summon help from ancients, Keepers of the Grove, or Night Elves, while the others delay their opponents. A Dryad's magical nature coats her weapons with a painful and debilitating poison. Dryads attempt to weaken their enemies to the point where their gear weighs them down, forcing them to move slowly and making them vulnerable. They are swift and at peace with all of the children of the forest. Though they abhor unnecessary violence, the Dryads will defend the wild lands of Kalimdor with their lives if need be. Dryad parentage. The first Dryads are the daughters of Cenarius and sisters of his sons Zatar, Remulus, the Centaur, etc. Later Dryads were born from his favourite children, the Dryads and Keepers. Cenarius' daughter, known as the Dryad, mothered Dryads, and Remulus fathered Dryads as well. Dryad culture. Dryads usually speak their Nassian. Dryads find it useful to know the languages of the races with which they are most likely to come into contact. These languages include Common, Low Common, and Tor Ahe. A Dryad has wild empathy and can use body language, vocalizations, and demeanor to improve the attitude of an animal, such as a badger or a tall strider. The typical domestic animal has a starting attitude of indifferent, while wild animals are usually unfriendly. The dryad must be within 30 feet of the target animal and under normal conditions. A dryad can use this ability to influence magical beasts with low intelligence, such as a Darkmantle or a Guralon. Dryads in Wrath of the Lich King. Unbound Dryads. Unbound Dryads can be found in Crystal Song Forest. Unlike other Dryads, their coloration is not like that of woodland trees. They are most likely this way as a result of the same dragon magic that overtook much of the forest. Frost Nymphs. An apparent evolution from Dryads called Frost Nymphs exists in the Northrend. Dryads in Warcraft 3. The enchanted Dryads are the daughters of the knife elf demigod Cenarius. The playful, frolicking creatures vaguely resemble centaurs, their cursed cousins, but have bodies more akin to woodland fawns. They are swift and sure and are at peace with all of the children of the forest, though they abhor unnecessary violence. The Dryads will defend the wildlands of Kalimdor with their lives if need be. So, the Warcraft 3 section is basically a repeat of some of what I've said before. Dryad myth. Dryads are tree nymphs, specifically those of oak trees in Greek mythology. The half-stag, half-deer image is Blizzard's own touch to the Dryad. Upcoming World of Lorecraft vids, the two bonus ones will be, in this order, Keeper of the Grove, and then followed the following day by Centaur. I can't say what day they will be uploaded, but they will be uploaded in that order and both of them in the same week. So, for example, if I get them uploaded for Monday, on Monday you will have Keeper of the Grove, and on Tuesday you will have Centaur. Thank you for listening. As always, remember, play to game and game to play.